Hello everyone, this is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you with the second game of the doubleheader, another round 2 game between the visiting New York Yankees of 1977 and the hometown Kansas City Royals of 1977. We have an actual clash of the American League Championship of 1977 here in round 2 in this one-and-done playoff tournament. The Yankees are the 3 seed, and I will be managing the New York Yankees. And the Royals are the 2 seed. The computer will manage the lower seed. Kansas City got here with a round 1 victory, 6-5 over the 1972 Oakland Athletics. And New York advanced into the second round with a 2-0 shutout victory backed by Ed Figueroa over the 1978 Milwaukee Brewers in round 1. So now the clash of a big rivalry in the mid to late 70s. The Yankees and the Royals renew their struggle here in this tournament. Retro replay using Action PC Baseball. In 1977, the New York Yankees won 100 games, lost 62. The Kansas City Royals won 2 more. They won 102 and lost 60. That is a mistake it should be 60. So, let's go to the lineups here. It's October 4th, 74 degrees, clear skies, wind 10 miles per hour, out to left center field. So the balls could be traveling tonight. Leading off for the Yankees, Mickey Rivers batting second. He's playing center field. Batting second, Willie Randolph, the second baseman. Lou Piniella bats third. He's the designated hitter. Mr. October, Reggie Jackson bats fourth, the right fielder. Doing the catching and batting fifth, Thurman Munson. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Roy White. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Cliff Johnson. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Greg Nettles. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Bucky Bleeping Dent. For the Kansas City Royals, batting first, the little general, Freddie Pontek, playing shortstop. And batting second, playing left field, Joe Zeb. Batting third, playing third base, George Brett. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Hal McRae. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Al Collins. Batting sixth, the center fielder, Amos Otis. Batting seventh, and doing the catching, Darrell Porter. Batting eighth, playing first base, John Mayberry. Batting ninth, playing second base, Frank White. On the mound for Kansas City, Paul Splittorff. In 1977, Splittorff, 16 wins, 6 losses, no saves. Earned run average 3.69. Struck out 99, walked 83. Batting average against 278. His battery mate, very good defensive catcher with an above-average arm, Darrell Porter. George Brett's at third, 5 out of 10 defense. Freddie Pontek, 8 out of 10 at short. He's very good. And then you have the outstanding second baseman, Frank White, 10 out of 10. And another very good defender at first, John Mayberry, 7 out of 10. In left field, Joe Zeb. Not much range and a very poor arm. 2 out of 10 for both. Very solid, good outfielder in center, Amos Otis, 7 out of 10 for both, arm and range. And then the excellent Al Collins in right field, 10 out of 10 for range, 9 out of 10 for arm. At the plate, Mickey Rivers to lead off for the Yankees. Rivers in 1977 batted .326, 12 home runs and 69 runs batted in. Off left-handed pitching, he batted .330. So lefty-lefty matchup here. Rivers, 8 out of 10 for a bunter. Kansas City's infield playing normal. Rivers to take. Here's the pitch by Splittorff. Ball 1. Rivers will take again. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Splittorff peers in at Porter, gets the sign. He sets and delivers. There's a strike, so now 2 balls, 1 strike. Mickey Rivers is ready to grip and rip, as I like to say. Count in his favor. And they have moved the corners in. Brett in at third, Mayberry in at first. The windup and the pitch to Rivers. And Rivers sends that ball out to Otis in center field. Otis makes the catch for out number 1. 1 out. Willie Randolph, the Yankees second baseman, steps to the plate. Randolph in 1977, 274 average. 4 home runs, 40 RBIs. He batted .306 off left-handed pitching, and in the tournament batting .250, no home runs, 1 RBI. He's 1 for 4 in the tournament. Splittorff sets and delivers. That's a strike. Randolph was taken. So Splittorff jumps out in front of Randolph. No balls, 1 strike. The windup and the pitch. And Randolph grounds it to Brett. And they just get him at first base. Nice stretch by Mayberry. 2 up, 2 down. And it brings up Sweet Lou Piniella. He's the Yankee designated hitter in this game. 1977, Piniella batted .330, 12 home runs, 45 RBIs. In the one-and-done playoff tournament, Pinella's batting .250, no home runs, 1 ribby. Piniella batted .366 against left-handed pitching. Lou wants to extend this inning here. Splittorff sets and delivers to Piniella. And Piniella pops it up. Mayberry calls it at first, makes the catch, inning over. We go to the bottom of the first. No score, due up for Kansas City. Patek, Zeb, and Brett. And they'll be facing Louisiana Lightning. Ron Guidry's on the mound. He's a left-handed thrower. 1977, Guidry won 16 games, lost 7, had 1 save, earned an average 2.82, struck out 176, walked 65, batting average against 224. I would think the pitching matchup favors the Yankees. His battery mate, Thurman Munson, excellent defensive catcher. Nettles, outstanding at third. Dent, solid at short. Randolph, better than solid, 7 out of 10 at second. And Cliff Johnson's in there because of the way he hits left-handed pitching. Very poor defensive first baseman for range, 2 out of 10. Fielding percentage, though, he'll make the regular plays. He has a .990 fielding percentage. In left field, Roy White, 8 out of 10 range, 3 out of 10 arm. Mickey Rivers, 8 out of 10 range, 4 out of 10 arm. And then Mr. October in right, Reggie Jackson, 6 out of 10 range, 7 out of 10 arm. At the plate, Freddie Patek. Royals shortstop, the little general in 1977. Batted .262, 5 home runs, and 60 RBIs. Patek, 10 out of 10 for bunting. As I manage the Yankees, we shall move the corners in. So, Nettles in at third, Johnson in at first. Patek hit .272 off left-handed pitching. Guidry sets and delivers. And that ball's grounded past Nettles, but foul. Count is now no balls, 2 strikes. Guidry's in the driver's seat. Here's the pitch. And that ball's sent out to White. No, it continues to go up and away. A leadoff homer for Freddie Patek. The Royals take the lead 1-0. As the little general crushed that Guidry pitch, it went .349 to left. Wow. As that ball just kept going. 1-0, Royals. That's a fine how do you do to Ron Guidry and the Yanks. Now at the plate, Joe Zeb. Zeb batted .297. 2 home runs, 23 RBIs, and 195 plate appearances. This is his first appearance in the playoff tournament. Righty-lefty matchup here for Guidry. Zeb, he's an 8 out of 10 punter. Corners will play in for the Yankees. Here's the pitch to Zeb. And that's grounded back to Guidry, who goes to Johnson. 1 out. George Brett steps to the plate, Royal third baseman. In 1977, batted .312, 22 home runs, 88 RBIs. In the playoff tournament, .250, no home runs, no RBIs. Brett batted .304 against left-handed pitching. Lefty-lefty matchup. The windup and the pitch to Brett. And that ball goes out to Mickey Rivers in right center field. He makes the catch for out number 2. Now the designated hitter for the Royals, Hal McRae, steps to the plate. McRae in 77 batted .298, 21 home runs, 92 RBIs. In the tournament so far, he is 0 for 4. Munson flashes the signs. Here's the pitch by Guidry. And he strikes out McRae to end the inning. But the Royals are on top thanks to the leadoff homer by the little general Freddie Patek. We go to the top of the second, 1-0 Kansas City. Due up for the Yankees, Reggie Jackson, Thurman Munson, and Roy White. Reggie Jackson steps to the plate. 1977, Mr. October batted .286, 32 home runs, 110 RBIs. Against left-handed pitching, .278. Splittorff gets the sign from Porter. Here's the pitch to Jackson. And Jackson sends that ball out deep to Amos Otis, who makes the catch on the warning track in center field for out number 1. Hello, Ken Castro. In the chat, he says, I'm back now. Who won Earl's game? I jumped out to start my game. They were in extra innings. I don't know if you were in there. I was watching a little bit of the Sandy Koufax. I wanted to get to the end, but I decided I needed to start this game as it was almost 11 o'clock. All right, 1 out, nobody on. Thurman Munson comes to play, Yankee catcher. Batted .308 in 1977. 18 home runs, 100 RBIs. Against left-handed pitching, .282. Splittorff's ready. Here's the pitch to Munson. And Munson grounds out to White, who goes to Mayberry. That's the second out of the inning. 2 outs, no one on. Switch hitter Roy White steps to the plate. He'll bat right-handed against the left-handed throwing Splittorff. White, in 77, batted .268, 14 home runs, 52 RBIs. In the tournament, .333, no home runs, no RBIs. White is 1 for 3. White looking to extend the inning. Splittorff toes the rubber. Peers in at Porter. Here's the pitch to White. And White grounds to Patek, who commits the error at shortstop. So the inning should be over, but it is not. An error on Freddie Patek, and now Roy White's at first. He's definitely a very good base runner, 7 out of 10 base running ability, 26% chance of stealing second base, Mayberry holding him on. Splittorff's a left-handed pitcher, excellent at holding runners, 8 out of 10, so it's very difficult to steal on him. So 2 outs, White at first, and Cliff Johnson comes to the plate, playing first base here for the Yankees. In 1977, Johnson batted .296, 12 home runs, 31 RBIs. Johnson batted .362 off left-handed pitching, and this is his first appearance in the tournament. He does have the power to put the Yankees ahead with one swing of the bat. Mayberry holding White on. The windup and the pitch to Johnson. They throw over, White's back. That was a little too close for Roy White. Splittorff gets the ball back, toes the rubber. Here's the pitch to Johnson. And Johnson sends that ball into the gap. We have a 51% chance of getting Roy White to third. That's a 7 out of 10 for White and 7 out of 10 for Amos Otis. and we will not make the third out at third. It's only a 51% chance. We're going to say no. Runners will hold. So first and second, Greg Nettles comes to plate. Yankee third baseman in 1977 batted .255. He had 37 home runs and 107 RBIs. Batted .251 off left-handed pitching. So this is a lefty-lefty matchup. Hello, Derek Oxrender in the chat. How you doing, buddy? Derek says, go Royals. Derek, who won the Earls game? I left when it was in extra innings. All right, 2 on, 2 out. Nettles at the plate. Porter flashes the sign. Here's the pitch. And it's a wideout pitch. Runners advance. So the tying run in Roy White's 90 feet away at third. The go-ahead run in Cliff Johnson's at second. Johnson, not very speedy. 3 out of 10 base running ability. The count's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Splittorff and the Royals in a bit of a jam here. They lead 1-0 top of the second, 2 outs. The windup and the pitch to Nettles. And Nettles sends that ball out to Otis, who makes the catch in right center field at the warning track, inning over. We go to the bottom of the second. Kansas City 1, New York 0. Due up for the Royals, Al Collins, Amos Otis, and Darryl Porter. Oh, the Dodgers won. Cool. Thanks for the info, Derek. Remember to check out, if anyone's watching, they haven't checked out Tabletop Baseball. It's a wonderful dice baseball channel with the 2 Earls. Earl with the E at the end and Earl without the E at the end. They play Stratomatic and Pine Tar, and I believe Apple amongst some of them. Alright, so Al Collins in 1977 for the Royals batted .312, 23 home runs and 112 RBIs against left-handed pitching .329. Very dangerous batter here for Gitry. Royals on top, thanks to the solo home run by the unexpected one, Freddie Potdak. The windup and the pitch by Gitry. That's grounded to Johnson, who flips to Louisiana Lightning, covering first, 1 out. As the organist revs up the Royals fans. So 1 out, Amos Otis steps to plate. Royal center fielder in 1977 batted .251, 17 home runs and 78 RBIs. In this tournament, he's batting .333, no homers, no RBIs. Righty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch to Otis, and he strikes him out. So 2 up, 2 down. It's up to Darryl Porter, Royals catcher, to extend this inning. Porter in 1977 batted .275, 16 home runs, 60 RBIs. In this tournament, Porter was in fuego in the first game. 3 for 4, that's a .750 batting average. He had a home run and 2 RBIs. Lefty-lefty matchup here against left-handed pitching, .273 for Porter. Munson flashes the sign, the windup, and the pitch. And that's grounded to Randolph, who goes to Johnson, inning over. Go to the top of the third, 1-0 Royals. Due up for the Yankees, Bucky Dent in the top of the order, Mickey Rivers, and Willie Randolph. Ken Castro says they also play History Maker Baseball. Thank you very much, Ken. It's a very wonderful channel. Also, Baseball Demos is an excellent channel. If you'd like baseball retro play, as well as Higher Ground Gaming with Eric, and Retro Sports with Ron Junket. All good channels. Bucky Dent comes to play Yankees shortstop in 77. He batted .247, 8 home runs, and 49 RBIs against left-handed pitching, .255. Splittorff gets a sign from Porter. Here's the pitch to Dent. And Dent singles in left field, so a leadoff single for Bucky Dent. 5 out of 10 base running ability. 23% chance of stealing second. Again, Splittorff excellent at holding runners on. Mayberry will hold Dent at first. Mickey Rivers comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today. Rivers is only 4 out of 10 for bunting, 8 out of 10 for the hit and run. Splittorff throws strikes, as he gives up a .278 batting average against all batters, but against lefties, .259. So Rivers will take. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. Rivers is ahead in the count. 1 ball, no strikes. We're going to play some hit and run ball here with Dent at first. Splittorff toes the rubber, gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Rivers. And runner goes. And Dent is safe at second. White's only play is the first. They get Mickey Rivers. Tying run is now in scoring position, and Bucky Dent at second. And Willie Randolph, the Yankee second baseman, comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. RBI opportunity here for Willie. Porter goes through the signals. Splittorff nods his head. Here's the pitch to Randolph. And that ball is down the line. That's going to be a double down the right field line. The Yankees have tied the game on Randolph's RBI 1-out double. It's 1-1. Randolph's now in scoring position. He's 7 out of 10 base runner. 21% chance of stealing third. So the hit and run kept the Yankees out of the double play and enabled Dent to score on the Randolph double. Lou Piniella comes to the plate. Designated hitter. He's 0 for 1. Righty-lefty matchup here. Splittorff sets and delivers. And Piniella sends that ball up the middle. We have a 74% chance of scoring Randolph. It's a 7 running ability against the 7th throwing arm of Amos Otis, and we're going to send him. Here's the play at the plate, and Randolph slides in safely. Yankees take a 2-1 lead. Hello, BP4 Gaming. How are you, my friend? And remember, if you're a Transformer fan, or a Walking Dead fan, or a fan of just general fun stuff, you must check out and subscribe to BP4 Gaming. Good young man. So 2-1 Yankees, 1 out. Piniella with the RBI go-ahead singles at first. He's 5 out of 10 base running ability, being held on by Mayberry. And Mr. October, Reggie Jackson, comes to the plate. Jackson's 0 for 1. The windup and the pitch to Jackson. And Reggie sends that ball out to Collins, who makes the catch for out number 2 in right field. So 2 outs. Piniella retreats back to first. And Thurman Munson comes to the plate. Munson's 0 for 1. Mayberry holding Piniella on at first. Splittorff's ready. Here's the pitch to Munson. And Munson sends that ball to right center field. Amos Otis makes the running catch. Inning over. The Yankees score 2 and take the lead 2-1. We go to the bottom of the third. 2 up for the Royals. Mayberry, White, and Patek. John Mayberry in 1977 batted .230 for the Royals, 23 home runs and 82 RBIs. In the one-and-done tournament so far, 1 for 3 with a home run and 2 ribbies. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Mayberry batted .230 off left-handed and right-handed pitching. Guidry gets the sign. He's ready. Here's the pitch to Mayberry. And he strikes Mayberry out. So 1 up, 1 down. And Frank White, the number 9 hitter for the Royals, comes to the plate. Second baseman in 1977, batted .245, 5 home runs and 50 RBIs. In the tournament, he's 1 for 4 with 2 ribbies. White batted .246 off left-handed pitching in 77. Guidry's ready. Here's the pitch to White. And that ball is grounded back to Guidry. Goes to Johnson at first. 2 up, 2 down. And Freddie Patek comes to play. He had the lead-off home run to put the Royals quickly ahead in the bottom of the first, 1-0. As he crushed that Guidry pitch, it went 349 to left. If he duplicates that feat, it will be a tie ball game. Guidry peers into Munson. Gets the sign. The windup and the pitch to Patek. And Patek works a walk. Tying run at first. Freddie Patek, very dangerous base runner. 10 out of 10 base running skills. 75% chance of stealing second base. Johnson's holding him on. Guidry throws over. They got him picked off. Wow! Wow! The ball. I thought they had him picked off. Guidry pitched it, I'm sorry. And Munson throws the ball into center field by Popov. So Patek advances to third. He represents the tying run with 2 outs. And then Joe Zeb comes to play. No balls, 1 strike. Zeb's 0 for 1. Chance to tie the ball game up here for Joe. Guidry sets and delivers. And that ball's ripped to Dent. And inning over. Dent goes to Johnson. We go to the top of the 4th. Yankees cling to that 1-run lead, 2-1. 2 up for New York. Roy White, Cliff Johnson, and Greg Nettles. White's 0 for 1. Splittorf's ready on the mound. Here's the pitch to White. And that ball's grounded back to Splittorf. He goes to Mayberry. First out of the inning. Cliff Johnson comes to play. Johnson's 1 for 1. Singled in the 2nd inning. Splittorf nods his head. The windup and the pitch. And that ball goes deep, and Amos Otis tracks it down right at the wall to make the catch. Johnson just missed a homer there. Little more, and it's 3-0. 3-1, excuse me, but just missed it. Otis made a fine running catch to center field. 2 outs, no one on, and Greg Nettles comes up to play. Yankee third baseman's 0 for 1. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Porter flashes the signs. Here's the pitch by Splittorf. And Nettles sends that ball out to Otis, and he makes the catch just before the warning track at center. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 2-1 Yankees. 2 up for Kansas City. Brett, McRae, and Collins. Again, this is a rematch from the 1977 American League Championship Series that the Yankees would win. The Yankees would go on in 1977 to win the World Series against the Los Angeles Dodgers. So George Brett at the plate. Royal third baseman's 0 for 1. Lefty-lefty matchup. Guidry toes the rubber. Peers in at Munson. Gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Brett. And he strikes Brett out. First out of the inning. Royal designated hitter Hal McRae steps to the plate. Right-handed batter. He's 0 for 1. Guidry's up to 51 pitches. He's good for 135. Here's the pitch to McRae. And that ball's grounded to Randolph, who goes to Johnson. Randolph showing excellent range there, moving towards the second base bag, backhanding it and firing to Johnson for the out. So 2 up, 2 down, and now Collins comes to the plate. Kansas City right fielder, 0 for 1. Collins does have the power to tie this game up with 1 swing of the bat. 23 home runs in 1977. Guidry's ready. The windup and the pitch. And he strikes out Collins, inning over. We go to the top of the 5th. New York 2, Kansas City 1. 2 up for the Yankees. Bucky Dent. Then the top of the order, Mickey Rivers and Willie Randolph. Dent's 1 for 1. Singled in the 3rd. Splittorf's ready. Here's the pitch to Dent. And that ball is a single to left. Dent's now 2 for 2. So the last time Bucky Dent singled, we went hit and run with Mickey Rivers, moved him into scoring position. And it all worked out. So Mickey Rivers 0 for 2. Dent being held on by Mayberry. Splittorf's ready. Here's the pitch, Rivers to take. They throw over to first. Dent gets back. So we reset and do it again. Rivers will take. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. Rivers to take again. 1-1 count. Rivers is ready now. Mayberry holding Dent on. We're going to play hit and run once again. Splittorf sets and delivers. And, swing and a miss. And they throw Dent out at second base on the failed hit and run. So it didn't work the second time around. So there's 1 out. The count on Mickey Rivers is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Base is empty. Splittorf gets a sign from Porter. Here's the pitch to Mickey Rivers. And Rivers sends that ball out to right center field. Otis comes in a bit and makes the catch. So there's 2 outs now. Willie Randolph steps to the plate. Yankees second baseman. He's 1 for 2. Splittorf looks in at Porter. Nods his head. Here's the pitch to Randolph. And Randolph walks. Doesn't chase on the 3-1 count. Randolph 7 out of 10 base running ability. 40% chance of stealing second. Mayberry holding him on at first. Lou Piniella comes to the plate. Sweet Lou's 1 for 2. Popped out in the first and singled in the third, scoring Randolph and putting the Yankees ahead 2-1. Righty-lefty matchup here. The windup and the pitch to Piniella. And Piniella rips that ball down to Brett. He goes the short way to White at second. Inning over. They force out Randolph. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 2-1 Yankees. Due up for the Royals, Amos Otis, Darrell Porter, and John Mayberry. If anyone gets on, Frank White. Otis 0 for 1, lefty-righty matchup. Guidry working quickly. Here's the pitch. And Otis works a walk. Guidry couldn't get him on the 3-2 count. Otis represents tying run at first base. A lot of speed on this Royal team. 8 out of 10 base running ability. 69% chance of stealing second base. Darrell Porter's at the plate. Royal catcher's 0 for 1. Grounded to second in the second. And we're going to go pitch out. Otis goes nowhere. Pitch out again. Otis still doesn't go anywhere. Guidry throws over. Otis back. The windup and the pitch to Porter. And he strikes out Porter, so Amos Otis stayed put at first base. That's a bit shocking. But Munson has a pretty, above average, 6 out of 10 arm. Guidry is 6 out of 10 for holding runners, so between Guidry and Johnson, they did a good job of holding Otis at first. John Mayberry comes to the plate. Royal first baseman, he's 0 for 1. Again, one swing of the bat to put the Royals ahead. Mayberry had 23 homers in 77. The windup and the pitch. There goes Otis, the throw down, and he's safe. So he steals second base. He's in scoring position for Mayberry. Counts now no balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Munson flashes the sign. Guidry sets and delivers. And he strikes out Mayberry. So it's 2 outs now. Otis in scoring position at second. It's up to Frank White to extend this inning or knock Amos Otis in. White's 0 for 1. Louisiana Lightning toes the rubber. Peers in at Munson. Gets the sign. Here's the pitch to White. And he strikes White out to end the inning. Stranding Amos Otis at second. We go to the top of the 6th. The Yankees holding that 2-1 lead. 2 up for New York. Jackson, Munson, and White. Mr. October's 0 for 2 today. The windup and the pitch by Paul Splittorf. And Jackson strikes out. He's 0 for 3 now. 1 out. Thurman Munson comes to the plate. Yankee catcher, he's 0 for 2. Porter goes through the signs. The windup and the pitch to Munson. And Munson pops it up. Patek calls for it. He makes the catch at short. 2 up, 2 down. It's up to Roy White to extend this inning. Yankee left fielder, he's 0 for 2. 1 for 5 in the playoff tournament series. Splittorf nods his head. The windup and the pitch. White walks. Say that 10 times fast. White walks. So Roy White is at first base, 7 out of 10 base running ability. Mayberry holds him on. Only a 24% chance of stealing second. As Splittorf, once again, excellent at holding runners on, 8 out of 10. Brings Cliff Johnson to the plate. Johnson 1 for 2. Singled in the second and flied very deep to center in the fourth, just missing a home run. 1 on, 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Johnson. And Johnson sends that ball off the left center field wall. Roy White scores all the way from first on the Johnson RBI 2-out double. The Yankees lead 3-1 as Johnson just missed a 2-run blast. BB4 Gaming says, do you like the Despicable Me movies? Yes, I do. Might upload the best scenes from that movie in 29 or less seconds. Increments, of course. LOL. Oh, you're the best, BB4 Gaming. Ken Casser, gotta restart my computer. Be right back to see the Yankees lose. So, Ken Casser's trying to put the whammy on the Yanks. But the Yankees are winning 3-1. Johnson's at second. 2 outs. Craig Nettles comes to play. Yankee third baseman's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch by Splittorf. And Nettles strikes out to end the inning. But the damage is done. The Yankees score another run and now go out to a 2-run lead. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Yankees 3, Royals 1. 2 up for Kansas City. Freddie Patek, Joe Zeb, and George Brett. Patek 1 for 1. Homered in the first, walked in the third. He has been a thorn in Guidry's side. Guidry sets and delivers to Patek. And Patek walks once again. The thorn continues. Patek again. 80% chance of stealing second base, even with Johnson holding him on. And Guidry 6 out of 10 for holding a runner on. Joe Zeb comes to the plate. Patek stole second the last time and advanced to third on the Munson throwing error. Zeb's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch out. Patek goes, a throw down, and they nail him this time. Thurman Munson gets his revenge on the pitch out. Patek is gunned out at second base. 1 out, no one on now for Joe Zeb. The count's 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch by Guidry. And Zeb grounds the Nettles. You can't handle the ball. So that's going to be an E5. Zeb's on at first. Another excellent base runner, 8 out of 10, though not a good base stealer, only 30% to get to second base. Johnson holding him on, and George Brett comes to the plate with 1 out. 1 swing of the bat. Could Brett do it? Absolutely. He had 22 home runs in 77. The Yankees want to turn 2 and get out of the inning. Maintain their 2-run lead. The windup and the pitch to Brett. And Brett sends that ball out to Reggie Jackson in right center field. He makes the catch for out number 2. Zeb retreats back to first, so 2 outs, and it'll be up to Hal McRae to extend this inning or give the Royals the lead, or tie it up, excuse me. McRae had 21 homers in 77, 0 for 2 today. Munson goes through the signs. Here's the pitch to McRae. That ball's grounded past Randolph. Zeb goes first to third. So with 2 outs, the Royals are in business. They have runners on the corner. Zeb at third, McRae at first. He represents the tying run. And Al Collins comes to the plate. Royal right fielder, he's 0 for 2. Tremendous power, 23 home runs in 77, 112 RBIs. 2 outs. Guidry looking for the last out here. Wants to maintain that 3-1 Yankee lead in the bottom of the 6th. Guidry toes the rubber. Looks in at Munson. Gets the sign. He sets and delivers. And Collins sends that ball deep and gone! A 3-run blast by Al Collins, and the Royals take the 1-run lead as Guidry has given up his second home run, 388-foot bomb to left center. Ken Castro's jinx has worked. The Royals have taken the lead over their hated rivals of the mid-70s, the New York Yankees. 4-3 now. 2 outs, bases empty. Amos Otis comes to play. Otis 0 for 1. Struck out in the second, walked in the fifth. Guidry is just off the mound now, rubbing up the baseball. Munson goes out, has a word with him. Nettles comes over. And now the ump says break it up. Munson goes back to the plate. Nettles goes back to third. Guidry's ready now. Here's the pitch to Amos Otis. And that ball sent out to Jackson in right field. He makes the catch moving towards the line, inning over. But the Royals strike back on the 3-run homer by Al Collins and take the lead as we go to the top of the 7th. Kansas City 4, New York 3. 2 up for the Yankees, Bucky Dent, Mickey Rivers, and Willie Randolph. So another exciting game in this tournament. Ken Castro's back. He says, what? I turn on my computer and the Royals lead. Yeah, Ken, you put the whammy on them. You missed the Al Collins 3-run blast. Andre Ford's back. Hello, my friend. How are you doing? Thank you for joining us. 4-3, top of the 7th, Royals. Bucky Dent's at the plate. Dent's 2 for 2. Splittorf's now up to 95 pitches. He's good for 125. Here's the pitch to Dent. And Dent strikes out, so they finally get Bucky Dent out. Top of the order now, Mickey Rivers. He's 0 for 3. 8 out of 10 bunting. He represents a tying run at the plate. And we're going to try to go for a bunt hit here. Rivers puts it down, but it goes foul. So the count's no balls, 2 strikes. Mickey's going to have to swing away now. Porter goes through the signs. Here's the pitch to Mick the Quick. And Rivers grounds to Pontek, throws to first, and just gets Rivers. Nice stretch by Mayberry. So there's 2 outs now. No one on. Yankees second baseman Willie Randolph strides to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Randolph grounded out in the first. Doubled in the third. Scoring Dent that tied the game 1-1 at the time and walked in the 5th. If you're thinking one swing of the bat for Randolph to tie the game up, he only had 4 home runs in 1977. Yes, he hit it to left field, left center. Just answering a question Ken Castro asked in the chat. Where did Al Collins hit it? 2 outs, no one on. Here's the pitch to Randolph. And Randolph walks. Randolph represents a tying run at first base, being held on by Mayberry. 7 out of 10 base running to him. And Sweet Lou Piniella comes to the plate. Yankee designated hitters 1 for 3. Popped out in the first, singled in the third, tying the ball game up. Putting the Yankees ahead 2-1. Randolph scored on that. Grounded to third in the 5th, forcing Randolph at second. 2 outs, 1 on. Here's the pitch to Piniella. And Piniella singles into right center field. Randolph goes first to third, and that's it for Splittorf. A new pitcher comes in the game for the Royals. Steve Mingori, left-handed. In 1977, Mingori was 2 wins, 4 losses, 4 saves. ERA of 3.09, batting average against 255. Mingori sometimes struggles with his control. 19 strikeouts, 19 walks. Reggie Jackson comes to the plate. Mr. October's 0 for 3. Mingori against left-handed pitching gave up a batting average of 235. Jackson 278 against left-handed pitching. So Yankees on the corner. Big moment here for Jackson. Mingori sets and delivers. Jackson pops it up into foul territory. Mayberry goes over and he makes the catch. Inning over. The Yankees threaten but do not score as Mingori comes in and gets Jackson to pop out in foul territory. Inning over. go to the bottom of the 7th. Kansas City leads New York 4-3. Due up for the Royals, Porter, Mayberry, and White. But before we do that, let's get the final numbers on Paul Splittorff. Splittorff, a workmanlike performance, 6 2/3, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, walked 3, struck out 3. He's in line for the win. Guidry so far, 6 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, 1 earned. And he's given up 2 home runs, walked 3, struck out 8. Darren Porter at the plate, he's 0 for 2. Guidry's up to 97 pitches, good for 135. Here's the pitch to Porter. And that's grounded to Dent, who throws him out. 1 up, 1 down. Ken Castro on the chat says, let's go C's. Casey, excuse me. He says, my fear is a New York championship game. At this point, it's not going to happen again. Mayberry comes to the plate. Royals first baseman's 0 for 2. Guidry gets the sign, the windup, and the pitch. And that ball sent out to Mickey Rivers in shallow right center field. He comes on in and makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. It'll be up to Frank White. Keep the inning alive. Royals second baseman's 0 for 2. Guidry has been stung by the home run ball twice. A solo shot by Patek in the first, and then a 3-run blast by Al Collins in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch to White. What happened there? Chopped in front of the plate. Munson muffs the ball, and so that's an error on Thurman. White reaches. And the tremendous speed the Royals have. 9 out of 10 base running ability, 74% chance of stealing second base, and Freddie Patek comes to the plate. The little general has been the little needle in the side of Louisiana Lightning. Against Guidry, solo home run in the first, walked in the third, walked in the 6th. Patek is not an easy pushover. You might look at him and say, he's not a giant, but in his mind he is, and in his heart. So White being held on by Johnson. Here's the pitch out. And White bluffs but does not go. No balls. 1 ball, no strikes. The windup and the pitch to Patek. And Patek works his 3rd walk. Wow. So Patek, a homer and 3 walks. White is now in scoring position at second. With 2 outs, he represents a huge insurance run, and Joe Zeb comes to the plate. Royal left fielders 0 for 3. Guidry's up to 112 pitches. He's gotten Zeb 3 times. He'd like to get him for a 4th. Munson goes out and has a word with Guidry. Now goes back behind the plate. Guidry's ready. The windup and the pitch to Zeb. And that's grounded to Dent, who goes a short way to Randolph. Inning over as they force Patek at second. The Yankees keep it a 1-run deficit as we go to the top of the 8th. Due up for New York, Munson, White, and Johnson. Mingori still out on the mound. Remember, he ended the last inning with the Yankees at the corner. He got Jackson to pop up to Mayberry in foul territory. Munson's 0 for 3. Lefty-righty matchup. The windup and the pitch to Thurman Munson. Munson grounds it to Mayberry, and Mayberry, the ball goes off his glove. Munson reaches on the error. He represents the tying run at first base. 5 out of 10 base running ability. John Mayberry will hold him on. Mingori, 9 out of 10 for holding. Munson wasn't going to steal anyway. And Roy White comes to the plate. Switch hitter, batting right-handed. He's 0 for 2 today. That was against Splittorff. White, 6 out of 10 for bunting. 5 out of 10 for the hit and run. We're going to try to get Munson in scoring position here. The windup and the pitch by Mingori. They throw over. Munson gets back. So they're looking to see if there is a bunt on. Munson did not have a big lead. So we reset again. White will now swing away. Here's the pitch to Roy White. And White grounds the Podtech, and that's going to be a double play. So we took the sacrifice bunt out off, and we paid for it. As it went 6-4 to 3. 2 outs, no one on, and Cliff Johnson comes to the plate. Johnson's 2 for 3. He's missed having 2 home runs by not much at all. He singled in the second, flied very deep to center, and then doubled off the left field wall. And at that time, that gave the Yankees a 3-1 lead as Roy White scored. So Cliff Johnson looking for that one swing of that bat, that one big grip and rip to tie this ball game up. Against left-handed pitching, he batted .362. That's why he is in the lineup at first base. The windup and the pitch to Johnson. And Johnson rips that ball down to Brett. It goes off his glove, and Johnson reaches on the error. So 2 errors in this inning for the Kansas City Royals. They now have 3 on the game, just as the Yankees, both teams with 3 errors. Johnson represents the tying run at first base. And let's look at pinch runners here. We're going to go with Paul Blair. Paul Blair will come in and pinch run for Cliff Johnson. 7 out of 10 base running ability. Only a 26% chance of stealing second, though, with Mayberry holding him on in the move that Mingori has going towards first. And Greg Nettles comes up plate. Nettles 0 for 3. Yankee third baseman had 37 home runs in 1977. Lefty-lefty matchup here. The windup and the pitch. Nettles to take. Strike 1. Off-speed pitch in there. So no balls, 1 strike. Blair at first. Mingori toes the rubber. Looks in at Porter. He sets and delivers. And Nettles strikes out. Inning over. Royals fans are ecstatic. They are 3 outs away from advancing to round 3 and defeating their hated rivals, the New York Yankees of the mid-70s. Hello, ID Gesture. How are you, my friend? Hope all is well. Remember to check out ID Gesture's channel. He's doing a lot of RPG games. Grim Dawn, presently, and some Diablo. He also does retro replay for sports. ID Gesture, fine channel. So we need a first baseman now, and Chris Chambliss will come in to play first. So Chambliss, the much better defensive first baseman. 9 out of 10 defensive rating. 989 fielding percentage, but does not hit left-handed pitching as well as Johnson. Guidry's up to 117 pitches. Again, good for 135. George Brett steps to the plate. And then after him, the Royals have McRae and Collins. Collins, the man who hit the 3-run homer to put the Royals ahead in the bottom of the 6th. Brett 0 for 3. Guidry's ready. Here's the pitch. Brett sends that ball out, and Jackson makes the running catch at the warning track in right field. 1 up, 1 down. Hal McRae comes to the plate. Royal designated hitter. He's 1 for 3. Struck out in the first, grounded out in the 4th, and singled in the 6th. Munson flashes the sign. The windup and the pitch by Louisiana Lightning. And he strikes out McRae, so 2 outs. Guidry's now up to 130 pitches. And here comes Al Collins, the man of the hour for the Royals. Collins, 1 for 3. Grounded out in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th, and then hit a 388-foot bomb to left center to put the Royals ahead 4-3. It's a 3-run shot off Guidry. And that is partly due to Ken Castro, who put the whammy on the Yankees. So let's see. Sparky Lyle's ready in the pen. And they're going to stick with Guidry because our lefty numbers out of the pen against left-handers are not good. Left-handed batters. So Ron Guidry, 2 outs, no one on, looking to get this last out, keep it a 1-run deficit for the Yankees, and take them to the top of the 9th. Collins digs in at the plate. The windup and the pitch. And Collins grounds to Randolph, inning over. We go to the top of the 9th. The Royals 4, the Yankees 3. Kansas City's 3 outs away from advancing to round number 3. Ken Castro says, LOL, glad I helped. Due up for the Yankees, Bucky Dent, Mickey Rivers, and Willie Randolph. Dent steps to the plate. Right-handed batter to face the left-handed pitching Mingori. Dent's 2 for 3. Mingori is up to 13 pitches. He's good for 35. Who was their closer? Was it Raboski? Littell got the save yesterday. I guess they're going to stick with Mingori. Dent to take. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. Ball 1. He was high and away with that one. Steve Mingori was. Porter flashes the sign. The windup and the pitch. Ball 2. Dent taking all the way. Bucky Dent in the tournament's 2 for 5. That's a .400 batting average. No home runs, no RBIs. 2 balls, no strike. Here's the pitch. And finally, Mingori gets the ball over. So it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Dent takes the bat off his shoulder. He's ready to rip. Mingori toes the rubber. Gets a sign from Porter. Here's the pitch to Dent. And Dent grounds to Mayberry, who takes it to the bag himself. 1 out. The Royals are 2 outs away from advancing. And now Mickey Rivers comes to the plate. Hello, Eric from Higher Ground Gaming, my friend. How are you? Hope all is well with you and Brody. Remember, as I stated earlier, check out Eric from Higher Ground Gaming's channel. A lot of wonderful retro replays of sports. A lot of different baseball games. Al Raboski, the Mad Hungarian, I don't believe is on this 77 team. I just checked the bullpen. And actually, let me go to the roster here. I don't control. I'm actually playing as the Yankees, but if I lose, I won't feel so bad. Let's go to pitchers. Nope, not on the 77 team, or not on this roster. I think he goes to them in 78. Close out that back to the ball game. So 1 out, no one on. Mingori on the mound, up to 17 pitchers. Mickey Rivers comes to play. Mick the Quick's 0 for 4. The windup and the pitch to Rivers. And Rivers grounds it to White, who makes a nice play moving towards the first base bag. Throws to Mayberry, out number 2, as the Royals are now up on the dugout steps. They are 1 out away from advancing to the 3rd round of this one and done playoff tournament. Derek Oxrender says he isn't in my 77 Royals replay. Eric from Higher Ground Gaming, maybe St. Louis. I do think he's playing with the Cardinals at that time. He's definitely on the 78 team. I'm almost sure of that. You can check that out. Baseball Reference. So it's up to Willie Randolph to keep the Yankees alive. Randolph 1 for 2. Yankees second baseman grounded out in the first, doubled, tying the ball game when Dent scored in the 3rd, walked in the 5th, walked in the 7th. He'll be taking. Here's the pitch by Mingori. Strike 1. At the knees with that pitch. First ball strike. Very important for Steve. Stares in at Porter. Gets the sign. The windup and the pitch by Mingori. Randolph grounds the contact over to Mayberry. Ball game over. The Kansas City Royals beat their hated rivals from the mid to late 70s, New York Yankees, 4-3, thanks to a 3-run blast by Al Collins and the pitching of Steve Mingori at the end of the game. The Bronx Bombers go back to the Bronx, and Kansas City advances. What a ball game. What a ball game. Let me quickly go to the chat. Derek says, hooray. Higher Ground Gaming. Eric says, woo. Andre Ford. KC advances. Ken Castro, who gets a portion of the win. We're going to give Ken Castro a hold for putting the jinx on the Yankees. ID Jester, good game all. Well done, my friend. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And thank you to everyone who joined us in the chat or who watched and didn't. So let's go to the box scores. Usually I don't like to lose. I did manage the best of my ability. But another great game. We've only had one blowout in this series. As Ken Castro says, laugh out loud, thanks, Al. I'm penciling you in as co-player of the game, Ken Castro. Derek Oxrender says, Quisenberry doesn't become the Royals closer until 79. Yeah, I think Rabowski was there in 78, I believe, without looking anything up. Okay, let's go to the box score here. As we are ready to hit midnight, East Coast, USA time, Massachusetts. Again, this has been a great series. We've only had one blowout, and that was in the last game where the Dodgers crushed the Giants. Okay. Splittorff gets the win. Guidry gets the loss. MVP, Al Collins. Box score. Should be up momentarily. Let's go to the pitching. And before we go through the box score, PB4 Gaming says, I'm watching this stream and the last Walking Dead stream one as well. The last one we did, PB? BB4? We need to do a show on the Walking Dead before the season starts, or a couple of them before the season starts. Anyway, that's our Walking Dead chat. Alright, so back. Oh, before I go through the box scores, let me give out my thank you to everyone in the chat. We had BP4 Gaming, good friend of the channel. As he says, yeah, memories out. LOL. Check out his channel. He has a lot of movie clips, and he shows them 29 seconds at a time. And let me just say something. If you figure it out, you'll be pleasantly surprised. And I'll leave that at that. I think that's all we'll say about that. BP4 Gaming. Check out his channel. Subscribe. And thank you to Derek Oxrider. Greatly appreciate that. Ken Castro. He gets co-player of the game with Al Collins. He put the whammy on the Yankees. ID Gesture, thank you very much. Check out his channel. Very wonderful channel. Good person. Actually, everyone in the chat, as always, are good people because I don't deal with bad people. BB4 Gaming can attest to that. When I have my moderators in, or just if I'm there, if someone says something stupid and I think it's stupid and mean-spirited, they're out of there, folks. So, anyway. Eric from Higher Ground Gaming, thank you very much. Check out his channel. A lot of good retro sports there. Andre Ford, thank you, my friend. And I think that is it for the people who jumped in the chat. If I missed anyone, I apologize. And earlier on, we had in the first... Oh, my God, I did miss someone. The Cubs, the Bears was in there. Oh, I forgot. Pacquiao and Hearns on tonight. Well, I'll catch that on replay. We'll jump and watch that after. That's on ESPN if you want to watch that fight. Actually, we're going to go to that, so we'll quickly go through this. Guidry gets a loss, Splittorff gets a win, Mingori gets a save, and also a co-save, and player of the game goes to Ken Castro. Recap, Patek homers in the first to give Kansas City the lead. Yankees score 2 in the third behind Willie Randolph and Lou Piniella. They take the lead back 2-1. Yankees score an insurance run in the sixth on the Cliff Johnson double, made it 3-1. But the Royals came all the way back on the 3-run home run by Al Collins. Took the lead 4-3. Yankees had runners on in the eighth, failed to score. And that's how the game ended. 4-3. Kansas City advances. New York goes home. So the 3-seed 1977 Yankees go home. The 2-seed 1977 Kansas City Royals advance. Splittorff with the win. Mingori with the save. Co-save goes to Ken Castro in the chat. And also co-MVP of the game goes to Ken Castro along with Al Collins. Losing pitcher Ron Guidry. He went 8 innings, 3 hits. Only had 1 earned run out of the 4. Walked 4, struck out 9. It's Al Red Sox fan saying thank you very much for watching. And I suggest if you're a boxing fan, go to ESPN, watch Pacquiao and Horn. Should be an interesting fight. Health and happiness. Take care. Till next time. Bye-bye and God bless.